Hello everyone and welcome into Coach Craig's Sports. This is the NBA DFS Core Pick video for Thursday, February 20th. If you're joining me for the very first time, first of all, welcome in. Second of all, this is how today's video will be structured. I'll be going over my core picks for both DraftKings and FanDuel. It is a 9-game main slate on both sides. There's going to be two teams on the back-to-back. That's going to be the Hornets and the Lakers, who were playing on Wednesday for their makeup game. But good to be back from the NBA All-Star break. Hopefully you guys all did enjoy. In the morning, I'll be posting an injury report for 16 of the teams. Those two teams there on the back-to-back will have injury reports later on in the day. I will be listing injury updates down in that comment section as well throughout the day, as well as the starting lineups as they do come out throughout the evening. But without further ado, we'll get started with the DraftKings side. We're going to start off at that point guard position. I got Chris Paul here at $5,300. Even with De'Aaron Fox coming over, starting alongside him, losing out a little bit of opportunities here and there, but $5,300 looks like a really good price tag for him. You're looking for 26, 27 out of him to pay off at 5 times value. Currently, I'm projected for 28, averaging just under 30 so far in the season, and he goes against the Phoenix Suns, his former team, so I think there could be a little extra motivation in this game at the same time as well. And then we move down to shooting guard with Anthony Simons of the Portland Trailblazers, $6,500, looking for 32, 33 at him, averaging just under 32 so far in the season. Currently, I'm projected for 34. It is a very attractive matchup versus the Los Angeles Lakers, who are probably not going to be the greatest defensive team at this point in time, losing Anthony Davis and Max Christie, especially in that backcourt when you're getting Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves, not two great defenders there. We'll see whether Luka plays on the back-to-back or not, but definitely do like Anthony Simons and the upside that he could provide in this game overall. Then we're going to move down to small forward, Caris LeVert for the Atlanta Hawks, $5,300, looking for 26, 27 out of him, averaging just under 23 so far in the season. Most of that was with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Last two games for this Atlanta Hawks team, he's played a lot of minutes and played really well, so I definitely do like his upside. Once again, maybe he's not a cash game play, but in terms of a GPP upside type of play, looks really good overall. Currently, I'm projected for 28, 29, but does offer some extra upside for even more if he's getting the minutes and if his shot's going down once again. Then we move down to power forward with Jeremy Sohan of the San Antonio Spurs, $4,500, looking for 22, 23 out of him to pay off at 5 times value. Averaging 27 so far in the season. He hasn't been in that starting lineup as of late, but Victor Wembanyama is listed as doubtful for this game due to illness. So Jeremy Sohan could get some extra minutes at the 5. They could be him. It could be Sandro Mamakashvili or Bismack Biyombo. So Sohan is the most talented player out of all three of those. If Phoenix also goes small, whether that's Bol Bol or Kevin Durant at the 5, definitely could make some sense to have Sohan out there at the same time as well. Like his upside in this game, currently I'm projected for 27, 28. Could come with even more as he's a guy that can contribute in a lot of different ways. And then last but not least, at that center position, we're going with Donovan Clingan of the Portland Trailblazers, $5,600, looking for 28 out of him to pay off at 5 times value, averaging just under 19 so far in the season, but DeAndre Ayton is out for the foreseeable future. Going against the Lakers team that has thrown out Jackson Hayes, Alex Len, guys like that, should be an attractive matchup for him. He's coming off a 31-minute game where he had a monster performance. I'm not expecting that once again, but at the same time, we do know that the type of upside is capable for him. Definitely do like him, a very good fantasy point per minute producer. Currently, I'm projected for 32, offers a little bit upside for more. Could come with some downside for less, if he gets into foul trouble or something else like that, which I really don't see happening in this game overall, but looks like a pretty solid, steady, safe play at that center position. But with that being said, if you go with the 5 players that I do currently have listed here, you have $22,800 remaining, $7,600 remaining per player. So a decent amount of money remaining at that point in time. Could go with a little bit of bounce bill if that's something you really want to do. Could pay up for a star player or two and then kind of pay down at those other spots. But a lot of different ways that we can build it out. And injury updates throughout the day could play a big role in some of the value that does also pop up at the same time as well. But with that being said, we'll get moved over to FanDuel and talk about my core picks over there as well. So on the FanDuel side, at the point guard position, we're going with Ja Morant. This should be one of the highest paced games of the year with the Memphis Grizzlies and the Indiana Pacers. Both these teams like to move the ball up and down the court pretty well. Ja Morant, it's been kind of an up and down season for him at $8,400. We're looking for 42 out of him, averaging just over 38 so far in the season. Currently, I'm projected for 44 in this game. Definitely could have some extra upside for even more at the same time as well, though. Then we move down to shooting guard with Ayo Dosunmu of the Chicago Bulls. He's been playing pretty decent-sized minutes. Obviously, was banged up for a little while there, came back, was off the bench for a very, very brief period of time, but should be a very attractive option in this game going against New York Knicks. $5,800. He does come with some pretty high-end upside, but the downside can be pretty significant at the same time as well. there's not a true shooting guard that stood out to me today. So I ultimately ended up on Ayo Dosunmu. Currently I'm projected for 28-29. Once again, could come with a lot of upside for more, but does come with some downside for less at the same time as well. Then we moved into small forward. This is another position nobody truly stood out, but I got Harrison Barnes here as kind of a cheap guy, $4,600. Looking for 23 out of him to pay off at 5 times value. Averaging just over 20.5 so far in the season. The minutes should be there once again. And the fact that Victor Wembanyama is out in this game and Jeremy Sohan could see minutes at the 5 pretty much solidifies his minutes overall. So definitely do like him in the upside in this type of game. Currently I'm projected for 25, 26. Has a little bit upside for more, maybe a little bit downside for less if he goes out there and he doesn't quite get the minutes or his shot's not going down overall. Then we move down to power forward with that guy I just mentioned, Jeremy Sohan, $5,100, so a little bit more expensive on the FanDuel side. Looking for 25, 26 out of him. Averaging just under 27 so far in the season. Could be seeing some minutes at the 5 in this game with Victor Wembanyama, doubtful due to illness. Could be him, could be Sandro Mamakevishvili, could be Bismack Biyombo. I think Sohan's going to get the majority of the minutes there, especially if the Suns go smaller with Bol Bol or Kevin Durant at the 5. And Jeremy Sohan is a guy that can contribute in a lot of different ways, whether that's points, rebounds, assists, steals, blocks, you name it, he can pretty much do it. His one kind of downfall throughout his career has been a little bit of foul trouble, but overall looks like a really good play. Currently I'm projected for 27, could have some upside for more. Maybe a little bit downside for less if he doesn't quite get the minutes. But if he goes out there and he gets the minutes, has some really high upside potential. And then we move down to center with Donovan Clingan once again, $6,200. So we're looking for 31 out of him to pay off at 5 times value. Obviously a really good fantasy point per minute producer. Played 31 minutes in their most recent game. I'm not sure he quite gets that once again, but going against the Lakers, Jackson Hayes and Alex Len being the primary centers, definitely a lot of upside for him. We've seen his high-end upside as recently as his most recent game. Not expecting that once again, but I do currently have him projected for 33. Has a little bit of downside for less, if he doesn't get the minutes or he gets into foul trouble, but I don't really foresee that happening. But his high-end upside does look really good overall. But with that being said, if you go with the 5 players that I do have listed here on FanDuel, you have $29,900 remaining, just under $7,500 remaining per player. So a good amount of money, whether you want to kind of go with the balance build, which could make some sense on the slate, or, if you want to go with a little bit more Eva Stars and Scrubs build the rest of the way, if there's some value that does open up throughout the day, that could make some sense at the same time as well. But with that being said, this is what I do have in terms of my core picks for both DraftKings and FanDuel for Thursday, February 20th. As always, if you have any questions related to NBA DFS, be sure to drop them down in the comments section, and I'll get back to you as quickly as possible. And then in the morning, I'll be posting the injury updates for 16 of the 18 teams. Well, the only 2 teams on the back-to-back are the Los Angeles Lakers and the Charlotte Hornets. They'll be having their injury reports coming out later on the day. I'll be posting up other injury updates throughout the day down in the comment section, as well as my updated core about 20 to 30 minutes prior to lock, or as those changes do become available. That will be left as a pinned comment. If there's any other changes after that point in time, we'll leave them as a reply to that pinned comment. And then, as always, I'll be listing as many of the starting lineups as I can get to throughout the evening as well. But with that being said, if you are brand new to my channel, checking out for the very first time, or have yet to subscribe, please consider doing so. Definitely would appreciate it. Helps to build the community that we're trying to build here at Coach Craig Sports, which is one that's truly for you, the viewers, helping you with your DFS. Right now we have NBA DFS in terms of the core picks Tuesday through Friday. I've been dropping some NFL draft content recently as well, so definitely feel free to check that out if that's something you're into as well. As we head into the NFL Combine, I'll be doing a little bit of an NFL Combine preview as well. And then once the NFL Combine is over, I'll be kind of doing a winners and losers episode at the same time as well. If there's anything else NFL draft content related that you'd like to see, definitely feel free to let me know at the same time as well. And then last but not least, if you're interested in sports betting, if you're interested in prop betting whatsoever, be sure to check out the links and promo codes down in the description below for BetUS, Parlay Play, and Prize Picks. If you're a brand new user on any one of those 3 sites, when you sign up, make your initial deposit, you'll get a first match deposit bonus. For Prize Picks and Parlay Play, it's 100% match up to $100. And then for BetUS, it's 125% match up to $2,000. So some pretty great opportunities to be had out there. If you have any other additional questions related to that whatsoever, feel free to reach out to me, whether it's down in the comment section of this video or on Twitter at Coach Craig Sport. Be more than happy to help you with that journey as well. But with that being said, that's all that I truly have for today's video. Definitely do appreciate each and every one of you tuning in. Definitely means a lot to me. I hope that each and every one of you have a great rest of your day and some pretty good luck in NBA DFS for Thursday, February 20th.